The Supreme Court just issued a major blow against President Donald Trump's tariffs today. It is our top story here at noon. Those justices said Trump violated federal law when he imposed sweeping tariffs across the globe. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote in the majority opinion Trump needs authorization from Congress to exercise those tariffs. It's a striking decision from the conservative court that has sided with the president on issues like immigration and spending cuts. The justices agreed on that decision 6-3. It's a Good Friday morning, or Good Friday afternoon, I guess I should say, to you, Kentuckiana. I'm Brooke Hash, joined by Matt Breland for your noon hour here. We mentioned at the very top, severe weather threat is over. But that round of severe weather that we saw last night, the storms that hit southern Indiana, really took a hit from Illinois to Indiana.
Yeah, where the storms were really intensifying in those locations that you're seeing that destruction at right now. Definitely did pack a punch.
That was Crawford County right there that you're looking at. You could definitely see homes destroyed. That's about 3 hours northwest of the Louisville area. A lot coming in from Bloomington as well. We'll get to that in just a moment. But for now, sunny, clear day.
I mean, you would have never thought that we had such an active weather pattern to this week. I mean, we had almost everything in the book this week. We had foggy conditions Monday and Tuesday. We had chances for severe weather. We've had rain. We've had muggy temperatures. And now we have clear skies, but also wind continuing with us this afternoon. You'll notice winds have been gusting up to 30 miles per hour. Here in Louisville was the most recent wind gust of 32 miles per hour, and some folks farther off towards our south near Elizabethtown, 26 miles per hour there, 28 miles per hour in Springfield. Overall, a windy start to this afternoon. We're still going to keep things a bit windy as we go later on into our day. Still shaping up to be quite the windy pattern across Kentuckiana. So you just want to make sure that you stay up to date with us here on WHAS. These winds could pick up at times close to 30 miles per hour and also bring in those temperatures that are going to keep on getting cooler and cooler as we go throughout the rest of the day. So we are expecting to see temperatures dropping into the 30s as we head later on into our afternoon time from these winds. They're just going to continue driving in a steady amount of cool conditions. But we do have lots of sunshine in the forecast for the remainder of our Friday. As we head into this weekend, we are tracking chances for some scattered showers and even a few scattered snow showers on Sunday. I'm going to have all the details about that forecast coming up here in just a few short minutes. Brooke?
They're telling IU campus folks take cover.
Oh, yes. Yeah. This is why we gave you that half-hour heads up. A long-lived supercell thunderstorm dropped multiple tornadoes to the ground from Illinois to Indiana, and you just saw right there our team of meteorologists were tracking it minute by minute. IU, the campus there, was spared, but just west of Bloomington is a different story. A tornado likely did hit around 7 o'clock. Take a look at the path that storm took. It hit like Terre Haute, then you have Bloomington with tornado sirens that had been blaring on and off for a good hour or more, around 6:30 onto the 7 o'clock hour. The National Weather Service is out today surveying the damage. And take a look at what was likely one of those tornadoes swirling in Sullivan County just west of Bloomington. Those tornado sirens went off around 6:30 there. IU police told us just a couple of trees knocked down on campus. Fortunately, we have not heard of any injuries associated with last night's severe weather. And here's the aftermath of the storm in Monroe County just west of Bloomington as well. Our sister station WTHR in Indianapolis was there when that storm rolled in. You see multiple homes with roof damage, mailboxes down, and debris in the street. It was also a major hail producer. Take a look at this, a large cooler on the back deck surrounded by hail all over the patio. Looks like snow. And then Erin Moulton took a photo, an incredible amount of hail that she has in both hands coming up here. Marble-sized hail. Look at that. So this is what a lot of our southern Indiana residents were dealing with, and WHAS 11 was the only station to bring you live coverage of that severe weather while it was happening. You can watch us anytime on the WHAS 11 Plus app, as well as online at WHAS11.com. Another big story we are following closely today. Closing arguments in the Harvest Homecoming shooting trial are underway, and the case could end up in the jury's hands by the end of this afternoon. So here's what we know. Isaiah Page is accused of killing 18-year-old Bryce Gerlach, who was a student at Cordon Central High School. Before the defense rested its case yesterday, Page's attorneys questioned the crime scene examiner. They argued there could have been more shots fired than originally accounted for. New Albany police officer William Morris, who was a witness the night of that shooting, told the courtroom a confidential source had named a possible fourth shooter. So far, no witnesses have identified Page as the shooter. Our Ian Hardwood is in court watching this all play out. You can look for his updates today on air at 4 o'clock, as well as WHAS11.com. LMPD is investigating the shooting death of a man in the Camp Taylor neighborhood. It happened on Belmar Drive near Camp Taylor Elementary around 7:30 last night. Officers found a man unresponsive with multiple gunshot wounds. He died at the scene. LMPD is asking anyone with information to call that tip line at 574-LMPD. Kentucky's Supreme Court just reversed course on a 4-year-old law that impacts your kids and our tax dollars. The court ruled a 2022 law on public charter schools using tax dollars to fund their operation is unconstitutional. House Bill 9 passed by the General Assembly back in 2022. Then a lower court struck it down a year later. In 2024, Amendment 2, which would have allowed state tax dollars be used for charter schools, was struck down by all 120 counties. Today, that ruling appealed to the state Supreme Court, who then made that decision. We heard from organizations who both approve and disapprove of this ruling.
Our Constitution requires a system of common schools and funds a common set of schools, and that is not what a charter school is.
They really avoided a very substantive issue, and I think misinterpreted Kentucky's Constitution.
Opposers of the decision say they believe the General Assembly will opt into federal grant programs that will allow families to pay for charter schools. Supporters hope that focus can now be placed back onto funding public schools. 2 education bills focusing on your teachers are moving forward in the Kentucky Senate. Senate Bill 101 and 124 both advanced out of the Education Committee this week. Republican Senator Matt Nunn from Sadieville is sponsoring both. Now, the first, Senate Bill 101, would require schools to report assaults and attempted assaults against staff. It would also establish accountability when reporting requirements aren't followed. It would also require a 12-month expulsion for students who intentionally assault school employees. There are exceptions for students with special needs. Meanwhile, Senate Bill 124 would let districts create sick leave compensation programs. It would offer staff the option to receive an additional check for part of their unused sick leave. Senator Nunn said the 2 bills would be keeping the best teachers in the classroom.
To sum it up, keeps the best qualified teachers in front of students more often, less need for subs, so less sub shortages, less likelihood there is for teachers in other classrooms to have to cover during their planning periods. Gives the local districts a tool to manage workforce and budget. Again, reduces long-term debt and settling at today's prices versus future.
Both bills now move to the full Senate for a vote. JCPS Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood says to be on the lookout for an upcoming job fair. He also reflected on cuts the district's making to help curb that $188 million budget deficit. Right now, the district's cutting 648 jobs while hiring back 273 of those employees in the district. The move will save the district an estimated $30.8 million. Yearwood said positions were added so the district stays in compliance with state law. Academic instructional coaches, safety admin, and bookkeepers are among the positions being centralized. He also spoke about the low morale likely throughout the district with these cuts.
We knew going in that whenever there are budget cuts, it's emotional. I felt it myself.
That job fair is going to be coming up to help with what he says is any form of transition. Yearwood also said everyone who will lose their job has been told. Happening today, it is the first Friday of the Lenten season, which means parishes around Kentuckiana are hosting fish fries tonight. We've got a growing list from the Louisville area on our website, WHAS11.com. And a new $10 million development just opened in the Shawnee neighborhood. Take a look. Hansbrough Place is a 38-unit complex housing income-based apartments designed to expand access and opportunity in West Louisville. It has on-site parking and 24/7 security monitoring. City leaders cut the ribbon on that complex less than an hour ago.